Yo, what up, y'all, man? It's Dan from DanEntertainsU, and y'all already know we back with another reaction video, man. Don't talk about my hair, bro. If you talk about my hair, you hate me and you hate this channel. I'm finna get my hair done, bro. It's finna be my birthday in like a week. You know what I'm saying? Or like less than a week if you watch this video. So don't hate, bro. Okay, congratulate, all right? Nothing but hand claps. All right? Anyway. We back with another reaction video, man. Look, before we get into the video though, man, if y'all like this channel, man, if y'all like this type of content, if y'all want to see more content like this from DanEntertainsU, man, make sure y'all leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that bell section over there. I post another video, man. I love y'all so much, man. Thank y'all so much for the 600 subscribers, bro. That is so amazing, man. I didn't even know I hit it until somebody told me. So I appreciate y'all so much, man. I love y'all so much, and I thank God for 600 subscribers as well, because it wouldn't have been possible without him, man. And we on the road to 700, man. So let's get the family to 700 subscribers, man. I love y'all so much, man. And I know we can continue to grow the family, man. So thank y'all so much again, man. I can't thank y'all enough. And I won't even make this intro too long, you feel me? We're gonna get into this video. We're gonna see what that thing talking about. Talking about, where did I get that from? Like, I don't even like, I'm not even like that for real, bro. Like, I'm not even like that for real, bro. Like, talking about. Talking about.
Shut your
July 26th, 2022, 9:46 p.m. A surveillance camera at a community center in Georgia captured a seemingly ordinary moment. A 16-year-old girl standing and talking to a man in a police uniform just a few hundred feet from her home. She had no idea she was being watched, and she had no idea that this grainy footage would become the last confirmed sighting of her alive.
What are we doing? What are we doing? And you know better. You know better. You know what? I'm not finna assume nothing. We got a long video to watch. But bro, what are we doing, bro? The man is in full uniform getting into a pedestrian car. Are you good? Are you good? You know what? You know what? Clearly there's some things we don't know yet. So I'm not gonna assume anything. We're just finna watch, okay?
What happened in the next few minutes would shatter a family, expose a dangerous predator hiding behind a police badge, and prove that sometimes the very people who swore to protect us are the ones we should fear the most. Because the person who abducted Susanna that night wasn't a stranger lurking in the shadows. He was someone the community trusted, someone who patrolled their streets, someone in uniform with a legally carried gun. This is the story of how a police officer became a killer, and how a family's worst nightmare.
Look how he dressed in uniform. We already knew he was gonna do something bad. Look at this fit, bro. What is this? What are those, bro? Picture all blurry. Helmet too big, bro. What knee pads on? What is his, soccer? We already, like, look at him, bro. We already knew this was gonna happen. This looked like something he would do. Look at the fit, bro. I know this is an army fit, but come on, bro. Like, what is this gonna do? Like, what, you finna go sledding in the desert or something?
Became a community's shocking reality. Earlier that day, Susanna Morales had done what any 16-year-old would do on a summer evening. She'd told her mother she was going to visit one friend, then changed plans and went to see another, instead perfectly normal teenage behavior that would later take on tragic significance. The young girl with the bright smile and love for singing had spent the evening at Sterling Glen Apartments, a complex in Norcross, Georgia, just outside Atlanta. Susanna was the baby of her family, adored by everyone who knew her. She spent hours practicing makeup tutorials in her room, had recently picked up the ukulele, and filled the house with her singing voice.
Ukulele? Whoa, 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 whoa. Ukulele? Huh? I thought it was ukulele. You know what? I'm finna fact check you, buddy. I'm finna fact check you. Watch this. Ignore my tabs. I had to get some Legos earlier. Don't hate. Ukulele. Can somebody pronounce, can I get like a voice? Say it for me.
Ukulele.
Yeah, what is it? Ukulele? What is he talking about? Say it slow.
Ukulele.
Say it again.
Ukulele.
Say it again.
Ukulele.
All right, now let's go to British.
Ukulele.
Say it again.
Ukulele.
Okay. Sorry.
Her mother would later describe how Susanna's music made their home feel alive with joy. That Tuesday evening seemed no different from countless others. Around 10 p.m., Susanna began her walk home, a short trek of maybe half a mile along roads she knew well. Her phone, equipped with the Life 360 tracking application, showed her location in real time to family members who wanted to keep her safe. But safety was about to become an illusion. At exactly 9:46 p.m., The community center camera captured Susanna walking along the roadside, unaware that predatory eyes were watching her every step.
As a woman, why are you walking anywhere? Like, okay, I get it, bro. I get it. Mind you, okay, I'm not saying women can't walk nowhere, but bro, y'all know, first of all, you in Atlanta. You in Atlanta. What are you, and you're 16. Like, I don't understand that. Like, parents, what are you doing? Why are you having your kid walk in Atlanta at nighttime by themselves? What are you, Life 360? That can't do nothing for you. That can't do nothing for her after somebody already got her. That is so dumb. Like, I would not let my 16-year-old daughter be just walking around. I don't care where she had to go. And you know what? She probably gonna be on me. Oh my gosh, you're doing too much. Nah, bro. Nah, family. We in Atlanta, bro. I don't care. Do what you gotta do, bro. I ain't trying to be in your business, but when it's time to go, bro, just call me, family. Just call me. Just call me so I can come get you, bro. So I can make sure you're not walking at night in Atlanta by yourself, 16 years old. People are crazy.
Calm, unhurried, just a teenager heading home after spending time with friends. Then, something went terribly wrong. What happened next would puzzle investigators for months. Susanna's phone showed her reaching her neighborhood, getting close to home where she should have felt safest. Her family, monitoring her location, watched as the familiar blue dot approached their street. Then the dot began moving in the opposite direction. At first, the movement seemed normal walking speed. Perhaps she'd forgotten something or decided to take a different route. But then the impossible happened. According to the GPS data, Susanna was suddenly traveling at 40 miles per hour. She didn't drive, she didn't have a car, and nobody in her family was expecting to pick her up.
Bro, do you know how my stomach would sink? Oh my gosh. Like, imagine it's moving. The dot is moving at like the speed of like a turtle. It's just moving, slowly moving. And then you're right at, like, mind you, you're like 2 blocks away from the house. Then it goes in the opposite direction and they're flying. Yo, I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind because, I mean, what else is there to think at that point? Like, what else is happening at this point? Like, somebody has picked you up. Somebody done picked you up, bro. And it's like, man, like, bro, like, you're flying. Like, I'm in the bed, bro. Like, imagine you're in the bed with your feet crossed, toes curled, got the TV on, watching the low, and you just start flying the other way. Like, dang, cuz, man, ow, that hurt. Oh my gosh. Ow.
Okay.
A text message appeared on her phone. I'm on my way home, but Susanna never arrived. Instead, her phone continued its high-speed journey away from safety, away from home, away from everything familiar. At 10:30 p.m., one of her friends received a crash alert from the Life 360 application. The phone had stopped moving. It would never move again. Susanna's family began searching immediately, driving the streets, calling her name, hoping against hope that this was all some terrible misunderstanding. But when dawn broke on July 27th, their daughter was gone. Meanwhile, just a few miles away at Sterling Glen Apartments, a 22-year-old police officer named Miles Bryant was going about his evening routine. Bryant worked as a courtesy officer at the complex, a position that gave him reduced rent in exchange for patrolling the property and keeping residents safe. He was also a sworn officer with the Doraville Police Department and served in the National Guard. To his neighbors, his colleagues, his superiors, Miles Bryant appeared to be exactly what law enforcement should represent: dedicated, conscientious, always willing to help.
I'm telling y'all, bro. And see, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something real quick. Y'all be on Instagram, right, looking at these pictures like this, and y'all be thinking, oh my, nah, look at this. Look at this. Look at it. I'm telling you, it's always these ones. It's always these ones, bro. Y'all don't look at this picture and y'all don't think nothing strange. Y'all don't think nothing strange, bro. It's all fun and games, right? Until he do some crazy stuff. I'm telling you, watch out for these people. The main one in the party being loud, talking to everybody, every girl, trying to get their number, going 0 for 20, putting up shots from half court, 3/4 court, airballing. And y'all know what I'm talking about too. Y'all understand? You know ball, don't you?
Can be devastatingly deceiving. The next morning, July 27th, Bryant contacted police with a concerning report. His service weapon, a Glock 19 pistol, had been stolen.
This is not a Glock. You could have at least put a Glock here. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm nitpicking.
Someone had broken into his truck overnight, he claimed, taking his holster and gun while leaving everything else untouched.
What?
The timing was remarkable. Less than 12 hours after Susana Morales vanished, the courtesy officer who lived at the very apartment complex she'd been visiting was reporting a stolen firearm. But this was just the beginning of Miles Bryant's elaborate deception. For Susana's family, the next 6 months were a living nightmare of uncertainty. Tips poured in from across the country, reported sightings in Detroit, Nashville, Gatlinburg. Each lead brought hope, then crushing disappointment when investigations turned up nothing. Police deployed drones, thermal imaging, and aerial surveillance. They conducted undercover operations, worried that Susana might have been taken into human trafficking networks. Every resource was exhausted, every possibility explored. Her mother, Aura Morales, faced the worst kind of anguish, not knowing. Was her daughter dead? Was she suffering somewhere? Was she trying to come home? The questions haunted every waking moment and invaded every dream. It is the worst possible thing to not have closure, investigators would later observe. I think my daughter may be alive. I hope my daughter is alive, but I don't know. Emotionally debilitating is not the right 2 words to use. It's worse than that. Throughout those 6 months, Miles Bryant continued his duties as courtesy officer and police officer.
So you finna let a guy who just got his gun and his badge taken still be a police officer around there? I'm telling y'all, bro, people don't be thinking. Like, bro, you mean to tell me you're a whole police officer and you allowed your gun and your badge and all this other stuff in your wallet to be taken from you and you still finna patrol these complex? Man, no. Bro, you fired. Get out. Get out, bro. Get out. Hey, when you find that badge and gun, put it on my desk. Cause you're out of here, buddy. You're out. You're out of here, buddy. I'm not saying bro ain't human. I'm not saying he can't make mistakes. But bro got his gun and his badge and his wallet stolen. Or whatever it was, his gun and whatever stolen. How on earth he gonna protect the complex? What you gonna protect the complex with a baton? You gonna use your baton on me, officer? What? What are we talking about here? Like, what are we talking about?
The very place where Susana had last been seen. He carried himself with the same professional demeanor that had earned him respect among colleagues. No one suspected that the person helping search for the missing girl might be the very person who knew exactly where she was. February 6th, 2023, 6 o'clock in the evening, an off-road enthusiast was exploring remote areas near Drowning Creek Road and Highway 316 in Decatur, Georgia, more than 20 miles from where Susana had disappeared. What he found changed everything. The victim's remains, tragically decomposed, found across the forest floor. No clothing, no fibers, no forensic evidence remained. Just the evidence of time passed in the Georgia wilderness. The medical examiner would later determine that approximately 95% of Susana's remains were recovered, but several parts were missing, and without soft tissue, determining cause of death proved impossible. The lack of clothing indicated foul play. People don't simply die without clothing in remote woods without criminal involvement. For
That's so sad, bro. I'll be watching, y'all know Forensic Files and all that stuff, bro. And it's like mind you, like, you got friends, you got people that you know, stuff like that, bro. And it's like, you would not imagine that somebody who you can actually know, like, mind you, you can have a conversation with this person, or you can touch this person, you can, you know what I'm saying? You can play around this person can talk back to you. A real human being can just be like discarded like trash in the forest, like in the woods. Like, every time I hear about something like this or something similar to this, it's like, bro, like somebody really did this to a person and then like just put their body somewhere. They said 95% of their, so she had to be like cut up or something. Like, you really did that to like a body. Like, that is a person. Like, dang, cuz like, you are evil. You're evil, bro. Like, like, they need to make a separate type of prison for people like that. Like, you don't need to go into the prison with people who just stole some candy at a Walgreens. Like, you need to really be somewhere for real. Like, you're really disgusting. You're really, really evil.
The discovery was both heartbreaking and challenging. They finally had answers for Susana's family, but they also had a homicide case with precious little physical evidence to work with. That's when they made a discovery that would crack the case wide open. About 100 feet from Susana's remains, investigators found something that should never have been there. a Glock 19 pistol, abandoned on the forest floor. It hadn't been buried or hidden, it looked like it had simply been dropped and forgotten. When they traced the serial number, the results were shocking. This was the same weapon Miles Bryant had reported stolen on July 27th.
So you go out of your way to kill somebody. You go out, because we're not even sitting here act like bro didn't kill her. Okay? And I could be jumping the gun. I could be jumping the gun. Jumping the gun. The gun. High five. You dropped the most, something that you, like, a key detail to them figuring out who you are, and you just left it in the woods. You just left it in the woods, bro. Then you gonna go report it missing, and it's right there by her. You wanted to get caught. You just wanted to get caught. You know what? See, I'm telling you, God be watching. God be watching. Stuff like this happens on purpose. Because God sees people doing stuff like that, and people be thinking they finna get away. They got the perfect plan. I'm telling you. And I'm finna say this, bro, and don't cancel me for this, bro. But I feel like people who be doing stuff like this, they have the perfect plan. They always have the perfect plan. But there is God watching, right? And he makes sure that that plan does not go the way it's intended to. So therefore, that person can't get caught. It's just so much stuff that can happen. Like the man gun dropped. Like it's something that big is not normal. Like bro, like you would think you kill somebody and you're gonna take your gun with you. If you don't think God is real, look at this, bro. Let this be your evidence.
After Susanna disappeared, the same gun that had supposedly been taken from his truck by unknown criminals was now sitting in the woods where a murdered teenager had been found. The odds of this being a coincidence were astronomical. Investigators immediately focused on
please with this picture, bro.
It seemed so helpful, so concerned, so professional throughout the search for Susanna. They were about to discover that Miles Bryant had been playing an elaborate game of deception from the very beginning. Detective Carter approached Bryant carefully. They needed him to talk, to explain the inexplicable connection between his weapon and the crime scene. But they also had to be strategic. Revealing too much too soon could cause him to stop cooperating entirely. Bryant agreed to come to the station for what he believed was a routine interview about his role as courtesy officer. He had no idea that investigators had already begun unraveling his carefully constructed lies. "We're literally talking to everyone here," Detective Carter explained casually. "We're just trying to document everything. We got no leads, man. Hopefully with your being in the know, with everything going on with the complex, we can maybe put some pieces together." Bryant played his part perfectly at first, suggesting various theories about who might have taken Susanna. He pointed to gang members, transients, suspicious characters who frequented the apartment complex. He seemed eager to help, concerned about the missing girl, frustrated by the lack of progress in the case. But investigators were watching for something else entirely, the subtle signs that would reveal when Bryant shifted from helpful witness to desperate suspect. While Bryant maintained his facade of innocence, Detective Carter was methodically analyzing phone records that would ultimately destroy every lie the officer had told. Bryant carried 2 phones, his personal device, and a work phone issued by the Doraville Police Department. Both phones created digital footprints that could be tracked through cell tower data, painting a precise picture of his movements on the night Susanna disappeared. What investigators found was devastating to Bryant's claims of innocence. Between 1 and 2 a.m. on July 27th, just hours after Susanna vanished, Bryant's phones were actively making calls from cell towers located near Highway 316 in Decatur, the same stretch of woods where Susanna's body would be discovered 6 months later. Bryant had told investigators he spent that night driving around after arguing with his girlfriend, never mentioning any trip to remote woods 20 miles away. But the phone records didn't lie. His device was in the exact location where a murdered girl's remains would later be found.
See, bro, it really bothers me. At the same time, it doesn't, because this needs to happen so they can get caught. But it really bothers me how dumb and how people really just don't use their brain. Like, bro, you would think, anybody with a brain is gonna know that you have cell towers surrounded on the planet that's gonna track your phone. If you're gonna do something stupid like this, like kill somebody, like leave your phone. You're bringing your phone with you? It's just like you going to go dump her body off and then riding in some dirt. Hey, it's Miles. Come and get me. You basically telling them who did it. They know where you at, bro. They can trace the phone. Then you left your gun. Like, At this point, you might as well just walk in there and tell them you did it. You just save everybody time. Just save everybody the time and the pain and the effort of solving this crime, and just go in there and just tell them you did it. Because we all know you did it, and I know you did it, and the video ain't even over yet.
Bryant's carefully maintained composure began to crack. "Listen to me," Detective Carter said, his voice steady but firm. "Your device was the only one out there. She went missing. She died there. Your gun is there. Your phone is there. This is your moment to talk about it." For the first time, Miles Bryant looked genuinely rattled. The helpful courtesy officer facade dropped away, revealing something much darker underneath. "This is terrible," he whispered. "Maybe we're a monster." "Oh, hell no. Prove it wrong." But the evidence was overwhelming. Bryant's own digital footprint had placed him at the crime scene. His weapon was found near the victim's remains. His story about the stolen gun fell apart under scrutiny. Most damning of all, investigators discovered that Bryant had lied about never having seen Susanna before. Witness testimony revealed that he had actually approached Susanna and her friends previously, offering them rides in his black truck encounters he had steadfastly denied during questioning. "If I killed somebody, I would know that."
If I killed somebody, I would know that. Yeah, you would. Duh. Bro, obviously, if I killed somebody, I would know that. Yeah, bro, like, if I kill him, like, don't you think I would know I killed him? Yo, that's just one of the things you just know you ain't got nothing else left to say. You don't have nothing else to say, bro. You just coming up with stuff, bro. Like, they done got all the evidence against you, and you just got nothing. Bro, listen. Hey, bro, listen. If I killed him, don't you think that I would know that I killed him? Like, you're not making sense here, bro. Like, you're still not making sense, bro. I would know I killed him, bro. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like,
but his protests rang hollow against the mounting evidence. The case was far from over, though.
yeah.
Records and circumstantial evidence could place Bryant at the scene, but proving murder without a definitive cause of death would require prosecutors to paint a complete picture of who Miles Bryant really was beneath his badge. As investigators dug deeper into Bryant's background, a disturbing pattern emerged. The helpful police officer had been living a double life for years, preying on vulnerable women while hiding behind his uniform in position of trust. Dating back to 2018, Bryant had begun burglarizing homes belonging to his high school classmates, specifically targeting young women. He would steal private items, personal belongings, anything that satisfied his twisted compulsions. Even after Susanna's murder, his behavior escalated. Surveillance footage showed him attempting to break into a young woman's apartment while wearing his National Guard fatigues, trying to force open her.
Like, bro, this guy is stupid. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to stop calling people stupid and dumb. But, bro, please, like, y'all got to listen. Y'all got to give me some grace here. This is actually mental. Like, this is somebody you put in an asylum. Do you understand how disrespectful it is to put on your military uniform and then be trying to rob people? Mind you, he be trying to break into that same house. Who knows how long he was trying to bring it to that same house, bro? Like, I'm telling you, look at the picture. Look at the picture. Don't lie. Didn't I tell y'all in the beginning it was going to be about girls and little girls and all that, bro? I told you. The pictures don't lie. Listen, if y'all ever see somebody on Instagram post a picture like this, call the police and just tell them that he did something. You just don't know what it is. You don't know what it is yet, but he did something, bro. He's doing something now. You just don't know what it is yet, bro. I'm telling you, look at this, bro. Look.
Despite her obvious fear and resistance. During searches of his digital devices, investigators found evidence that he had been using women's phones to send illicit content to himself, a violation of privacy that revealed his predatory mindset. The evidence painted a picture of someone who had been building toward violence for years. Someone who used his authority and access to target victims, who trusted his badge. But would a jury believe that this decorated officer, this National Guard member with commendations and positive performance reviews, was capable of kidnapping and murder? June 5th, 2024. Almost 2 years after Susanna Morales was taken from her family, Miles Bryant faced a jury of his peers in a Georgia courtroom. He was supposed to serve and protect, the prosecutor told jurors during opening arguments. He is one of the people that we should trust to enforce the law, somebody we should hold to a higher standard, but he didn't do any of those things. Instead, he abused the law, and he used his badge and he used his position to satisfy his own predatory impulses. The prosecution's case was built on circumstances.
Okay, wait, time out. Is this real footage or is this like CCTV? What is this? This is weird. This is weird, bro. This gotta be AI. Huh? Nah, wait. Time out. Okay. I'm not saying he ain't do it, bro. Don't hear what I'm saying. I'm saying, bro, this look way too clear for this to be like real. Is this real? Bro, this is crazy. Mind you, where you don't got no police car or nothing. Like, I don't know, but this is weird. This is so weird. It's in 60 FPS, bro. What kind of camera is this? Listen, the stores, y'all remember, bro, a few videos back, bro, when I was talking about the stores, the security camera. Oh, that video didn't get published because they got copyrighted. These Walmarts and Targets and all these other stores with these little choppy security cameras, y'all need to take notes, bro. This is the clearest footage you're gonna ever see from a camera. I've seen from a camera.
Evidence, but it was overwhelming in its totality.
Look!
Phone records placed Bryant at the crime scene. His weapon was found near the victim's remains. Witness testimony proved he had lied about never encountering Susanna before. Most powerfully, they presented evidence of his pattern of predatory behavior, the burglaries, the attempted break-ins, the escalating violence that had culminated in murder. He is a cop who turned into a killer, prosecutors argued. The defense faced an uphill battle. Their strategy focused on the lack of direct physical evidence, no DNA linking Bryant to Susanna, no definitive cause of death, no eyewitness to the actual crime. "You don't have to like my client," defense attorney admitted to jurors. And in fact, at the conclusion of this trial, you're going to think that he is the most callous, uncaring coward that you have ever seen. However, he is not guilty.
To be a defense attorney got to be one of the most... Imagine defending somebody who you know did it, bro. You can't sit there. You have to completely rewire your brain as a defense attorney to look at all the evidence and still be like, you know what? Nah, he ain't do it. My client ain't do that, bro. You can have the gun, you can have the body, you can have the way they died, you can have you being the last person with her, all this other stuff, and then you can still sit there and be like, nah, my client ain't do that, bro. It gotta be... How can you sleep, bro? How can you sleep? I know you're doing this for like... I don't know. Maybe you're doing it for money. I don't know. You gotta be doing this for money. Cause I cannot fathom why anybody would sit here and act like that they don't know that their client killed the person. You know they did it. You know they did it, bro. Like all this evidence. Mind you, okay, yes, we don't know how she died. We don't blah blah. Bro, his gun is right there. What are the odds? And then his phone is right there and she's dead at where she died at? Come on, bro. Come on, like a 11-year-old could tell he did it.
Suggested alternative theories. Perhaps Susanna had overdosed. Perhaps she had been killed by someone else who coincidentally dumped her body near Bryant's gun. But these theories lacked evidence and credibility. The defense also attempted to portray Susanna as a troubled teenager who might have put herself in dangerous situations. But her friends and family testified that she was a normal 16-year-old who had been safely walking home from a routine visit with friends. After just 2 hours of deliberation, the jury returned with their verdict. Count 1, malice murder. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty. Count 2, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty. Kidnapping. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty. Miles Bryant was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The jury had seen through his lies and recognized him for what he truly was, a predator who had used his badge as a hunting license. For Susanna's family, the verdict brought some measure of justice, but it could never bring back their beloved daughter and sister. "I knew at that moment that we got him," Detective Carter reflected. "We had done our job. No one's above the law, and he got what he deserved." But the case raised disturbing questions about how someone like Miles Bryant had been able to operate for so long without detection. How had his department missed the warning signs? How had the apartment complex failed to properly screen their courtesy officer? Susanna's family has filed a civil lawsuit against Sterling Glen Apartments, arguing that they should have conducted more thorough background checks.
Because like, bro, mind you, you have somebody who's actively robbing people and preying on little girls, having access to everybody's apartment. Mind you, this guy got guns. He got he can call officers. He could probably get access to people's houses because he can just say he's the police. You cannot have this. This is not cool. You can't have nobody who's a predator and a thief roaming around people's apartments. Are you crazy? And I've never, ever heard of there being I guess they do this, but I ain't never heard of no police officer being able to work in complexes for exchange for like less rent or less paying. I don't know. Either way it go, bro. If you're gonna do that, at least make sure that people ain't gonna go kill the people who live there. You got a serial killer just posing as a police officer, and he's getting discounts on rent, and he's stealing people packages, and he preying on little girls.
Before giving Bryant access to vulnerable residents, their battle for accountability continues, driven by their determination to prevent other families from experiencing their devastating loss. The murder of Susana Morales exposed uncomfortable truths about predators who hide behind positions of authority. Miles Bryant wasn't some shadowy stranger lurking in alleys. He was someone the community trusted, someone who wore a uniform and carried a badge, someone who had sworn an oath to protect and serve. His crimes remind us that evil can wear any face, carry any credentials, and hide behind any institution. The very qualities that should make someone trustworthy: authority, access, community respect, can become weapons in the hands of those who abuse them. For law enforcement agencies, Bryant's case serves as a stark reminder of the importance of thorough background checks, ongoing psychological evaluation, and vigilant supervision of officers. One bad actor doesn't just destroy lives, they undermine public trust in all the good officers who genuinely serve their communities with honor. Detective Carter, who led the investigation, reflected on the broader implications. Just like any profession, you could run into having a bad egg. As a law enforcement officer, your job is to protect others who cannot be protected. This is a very sad case, apparently, of an officer who was not doing it for the right reasons. The investigation also highlighted the crucial role of modern technology in solving crimes. Without cell phone tracking data, without surveillance cameras, without digital forensics, Miles Bryant might never have been caught.
Bro, but it's like, I get to a point where you look at the world we live in, and you look at everything that's going on, you look at all the technology got, and you just sit there and say, you know what? I'm not going to commit any more crimes. I'm not going to do this anymore because I'm going to get caught. We are not at that point right now where you're like, you have a 50% chance of getting caught and then your case never gets solved. We're not at that stage no more, bro. We passed that, bro. Like, it's just, it gets to a point where you say, hey, bro, I am not gonna get caught, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna get caught and I'm not gonna do it, bro. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I know I'm going to go to jail, whether it's now or in a year or in 2 years or in 5 years or in 10 years. I'm going to go to jail. So I'm not gonna do this. Like, I'm just not gonna do it, period. I'm gonna enjoy my freedom. It's so much stuff to do out there, bro. I'm not gonna go to jail, bro. Like,
technology alone wasn't enough. It took dedicated investigators who refused to accept easy answers and kept pushing for the truth. Number 14. Perhaps the most remarkable aspect of this tragic case is the courage shown by Susana's family throughout their ordeal. During the trial, her mother Aura and sister Jasmine testified about their loss, sharing their pain with a courtroom full of strangers in hopes of securing justice. When asked how long she had waited for news about her daughter, Aura Morales answered in a voice breaking with emotion, almost 7 months. Asked what went through her mind when she heard Susana's body had been found, she replied through tears, I did not want that news. I was waiting for her, and I'm still waiting for her. Their strength in the face of unimaginable loss inspired investigators to work tirelessly on the case. Detective Carter admitted that having a daughter the same age as Susana made the investigation deeply personal for him, driving him to pursue every lead and examine every piece of evidence. The case also demonstrated the vital importance of community involvement in solving crimes. The off-road enthusiast who discovered Susana's remains, the witnesses who remembered Bryant's suspicious behavior, the technology that preserved digital evidence, all contributed to building a case that brought a killer to justice. Miles Bryant will spend the rest of his life in prison, removed from society where he can never harm another innocent person. But his crimes continue to reverberate through the lives he shattered Susana's family, who will never be whole again. His fellow officers, who must work to rebuild trust he helped destroy, and the community that learned too late that the person they trusted to keep them safe was actually their greatest threat. Susana Morales should be alive today, pursuing her dreams, making music, bringing joy to her family. Instead, she became a victim of someone who perverted everything his badge was supposed to represent. Her memory deserves better than that. It deserves a commitment to ensuring that those entrusted with our safety are worthy of that trust. The case reminds us that in our modern world, Predators don't always lurk in obvious places. They can be the courtesy officer patrolling your apartment complex, the helpful authority figure offering assistance, the uniformed professional you're taught to trust. Recognizing this reality isn't about becoming paranoid or suspicious of all authority. It's about remaining vigilant and teaching our children to trust their instincts even when someone appears trustworthy. Miles Bryant thought his badge would protect him, that his position would place him above suspicion. He was wrong. Justice may sometimes move slowly, but it rarely fails to arrive for those patient enough to pursue it with dedication and courage. And while nothing can bring Susana Morales home, her family can take some comfort in knowing that her killer will never harm another innocent person. In the end, that may be the most fitting tribute to a young woman whose life was cut tragically short, ensuring that her death helped prevent other families from experiencing the same devastating loss. The last surveillance footage of Susana shows her walking confidently toward home, unaware of the danger ahead. Today, that image serves not just as evidence in a criminal case, but as a reminder of how precious and fragile life can be, and how important it is to protect those who cannot protect themselves. Miles Bryant failed in that most fundamental duty. He chose predation over protection, personal gratification over public service.
Yeah, right.
His conviction ensures he will pay the ultimate price for that choice, spending the rest of his life behind the same kind of bars he once put others behind. Justice for Susana Morales has been served, but her memory lives on a bright light, extinguished too soon, but never forgotten by those who loved her, or by the investigators who fought to bring her killer to justice.
It's like, bro, you really throw your life away for, now you're never gonna see the light of day. All just because you wanted to, bro. You couldn't even go get a girl. You can go get a girlfriend and just be normal. I don't know, bro. It'd be sad though. I'd be hating to see that people like this, because it could happen to anybody at any moment. Some lunatic could just decide they don't care about their life and they want to go harm somebody else, and they just do it to somebody, and it's just another thing we see on the news. It's so sad, bro. It happens so often too, and it's crazy because it happens in places and we don't even know this is going on. This can happen in other countries every day. I'm pretty sure it happens in countries every day, and we don't even know it. Like, we don't, because I mean, we're only here. So it's sad, bro. These are human beings, mind you. These real humans. I'm saying humans like they like I'm an alien or I'm a robot. No, these real people. These are real people. Thank y'all so much for watching this video, man. I know it's kind of long, but if you stayed to the end, man, I thank y'all so much for watching, man. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure y'all leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all comment if y'all want me to react to anything, man. Anything y'all want me to react to, man, leave it down below in the comment section, man. I love reacting to videos, so if there's anything that y'all want me to react to, then leave it in the comments, man. I'll go check it out. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok. Links are in the bio below, as well as at the bottom of your screen. Again, I thank y'all for y'all's continued support, man. We're gonna keep running these videos up, and we're gonna keep growing the family, man. And I can't wait, you know what I'm saying, for the next video. I can't wait for y'all to see the next video, you know what I mean? So we on that, and we still on that, and we gonna be on that. You feel me? And without further ado, y'all be safe, be smooth. Remember, Jesus loves you, and I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Peace.